Caitlin Clark has officially reached a point no rookie has ever touched before. Not on the basketball court, but on a golf course. She showed up to a simple charity event. No drama, no controversy, just Caitlin being Caitlin. And within minutes, she turned the entire LPGA into the biggest story in sports.
Caitlin Clark brought her golf game to the LPGA Tour today, playing in a Pro-Am that attracted a bigger crowd than the Tour often gets. Clark played at the back nine at Pelican Golf Club with Nelly Korda. She's the #1 player in women's golf.
LPGA celebrated her like the face of all women's sports. But while all this was happening, her own league, the WNBA, said absolutely nothing. No congratulations, no promotion, not even a single tweet, and that silence is louder than anything Caitlin did on that course, because this moment proved something powerful. Another league just showed the world exactly how valuable Caitlin Clark is, and exposed just how badly the WNBA has been handling their biggest star. Caitlin Clark wasn't even playing basketball. No WNBA jersey, no court, no hoops, just a golf club. She steps onto the LPGA Pro-Am tee box paired with Nelly Korda, the #1 golfer in the entire world. And within minutes, the crowd looks like a Final Four environment. People chanting, cameras everywhere, record attendance for a golf exhibition. And you know what? The LPGA was ready. They posted graphics, they ran ads, they pushed hashtags, they literally put her face on the entire event. They didn't just invite her, they built around her. That is how you market a superstar.
Caitlin Clark will compete in the Annika Pro-Am. This is gonna be fire, y'all.
For golf, the WNBA was silent. No tweet, no story, no repost, nothing. Imagine your league's biggest star being broadcast on national TV, introducing millions of potential new fans to women's sports. And you just sit there. Fans noticed immediately. Comments flooded social media. How is the LPGA promoting Caitlin harder than her own league? This is embarrassing for the WNBA. Why are you pretending she doesn't exist? And it begs the question, is the WNBA sabotaging its own growth out of fear of one player becoming too popular? And it becomes one of the most talked about sports appearances of the week, outshining actual WNBA playoff conversations. Social media engagement tripled during LPGA event. Ticket demand spiked instantly when her name dropped. National networks added coverage just because she was playing. This isn't a coincidence. This is star power. This is generational influence. Caitlin Clark isn't just good for women's basketball. She is good for all women's sports. And the LPGA just proved that in real time. Now here's where things get crazy. Multiple insiders believe the WNBA wasn't thrilled about Caitlin doing the Pro-Am, calling it a distraction from league priorities. There are whispers that Caitlin may have been warned not to over-prioritize outside appearances during the offseason. Let me get this straight. While other leagues are literally begging for Caitlin's presence, celebrating her, building entire events around her, the WNBA thinks it's a distraction. This is the kind of thinking that holds leagues back. Let's talk about how the LPGA handled Caitlin Clark and how the WNBA completely missed the moment, because the difference is night and day. The LPGA went all in on Caitlin. They promoted her in every single post. They made her the face of their event. They paired her with the #1 golfer in the entire world. They televised the event nationally, turning what was supposed to be a quiet charity outing into a full-blown media spectacle. Meanwhile, the WNBA did nothing. No acknowledgement, no congratulations, not even a single social media post. Caitlin Clark was dominating the sports headlines for women's sports, and her own league acted like it never happened. The LPGA treated Caitlin like a global ambassador, and someone who brings new fans into the sport and elevates everyone around her. The WNBA treated her like a rookie who should stay in her lane. And what happened next proves everything. The LPGA instantly gained new fans, new viewers, and massive engagement, while the WNBA instantly lost momentum by staying silent during one of the biggest crossover moments in women's sports this year. This wasn't just a golf event, this was a marketing masterclass, and the LPGA just showed the entire world what happens when you celebrate your stars instead of trying to contain them. Why does it feel like everyone except the WNBA understands Caitlin Clark's value? Golf fans loved her. Golf athletes embraced her. No ego, no jealousy, just appreciation. Nelly Korda said, "She's great for sports." Period. Meanwhile, in the WNBA, players have openly complained about her media coverage. Analysts have called her a PR distraction. But here's the truth. Every league in history grew because of a superstar. The NBA had Jordan. The NFL had Brady. The WNBA has Caitlin Clark right now, and if they don't capitalize, someone else will. Did the LPGA just expose the WNBA? Did they show the world how easy it is to market a star when you actually celebrate them instead of suppress them? Because make no mistake, this wasn't just a golf event. This was a warning shot. The LPGA proved they can offer Caitlin the spotlight, the love, and the platform that the WNBA has hesitated to give. Let's be crystal clear. What we're seeing right now is a turning point, and if the WNBA doesn't change course immediately, it could be facing consequences far bigger than just bad PR. Because here's the truth. Caitlin Clark is no longer just a WNBA player. She is a global sports figure, and global stars have options. They don't need a league, the league needs them. If the WNBA continues to ignore her impact, if they keep treating her like just another rookie, they risk losing the very momentum that has revived interest in women's basketball in the first place. Think about it. What happens if another league, like the LPGA, the NBA Celebrity Tour, international basketball, or even corporate sponsors, decides to offer Caitlin more spotlight, more marketing, more control over her own brand? What if Caitlin realizes she doesn't need the WNBA to stay relevant because she's already bigger than the league itself? And don't think it can't happen. We've seen this story before. Leagues that failed to embrace their stars lost fans. Meanwhile, leagues that center their superstars grow into billion-dollar industries. The WNBA is at a crossroads. Option 1, embrace Caitlin Clark. Promote her, celebrate her, let her be the face of the league and watch attendance, sponsorships, and TV deals explode. Option 2, continue this silent treatment, this awkward tension, this refusal to highlight their biggest draw, and watch fans slowly turn away to leagues that actually value star power. And here's the scariest part for the WNBA. The LPGA just proved they're willing to do what the WNBA won't. They showed Caitlin respect. They gave her a platform. They said, "You are not a threat to our league. You are a gift." If the WNBA doesn't make that same choice, they may not just lose games. They may lose the very star who saved the league from irrelevance. So now I want to hear from you in the comments right now. Should the WNBA be embarrassed? Did the LPGA just take Caitlin's spotlight and run with it? Is Caitlin Clark being underappreciated by her own league? Smash that like if you think Caitlin is the face of women's sports. Subscribe because we are not done exposing bad marketing and celebrating the greatness that is Caitlin Clark. This story is far from over, and trust me, the next chapter is coming.